I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 8 years old, when I was still in school. At the end of the day, I tell myself, hey, you know what? I have insulin marks because I'm diabetic. Type 1 diabetes is why I'm here, and my body goes through a lot every day. Being a diabetic is not easy. A long-term goal, it's just to be a better person, get that stage experience, improve in every aspect of my life. You know, trunk number 147, I'm like, what? Huh? So it felt unreal, and then I'm like, okay, oh my god, maybe this is just my thing. In a bodybuilding competition, muscles aren't everything. It's your stage presence, it's your aura, it's your vibe, it's everything.
I would say in general, consistency leads to muscle growth, right? Consistency in your diet, consistency in your training, consistency in your recovery, consistency in doing anything, right? That is what leads to muscle growth.
Honestly, it feels amazing. Thank you so much, you guys, for giving me the opportunity to be here to tell my story out there. Hi, I'm Neha. I am born and brought up in Bangalore. I am a lot of things. I do a lot of things. I am a marketer, I'm a bodybuilder, and I'm also a type 1 diabetic. So I have a 9 to 5 job, and 5 to 9 I do my bodybuilding. So I do manage both of them, but it gets tiring, especially when in prep and all of that. It does get tiring, but I think I'm married to bodybuilding, and my marketing is my baby. My marketing job is my baby, so I can't really pick and choose, you know. I love both of them. I'm professional in two things, marketing and bodybuilding, so I love it. I love both of it. Of course it did. It definitely did boost my self-confidence, and the way I carry myself is very different compared to now and before I took up bodybuilding. But I wouldn't say, oh yeah, you know what, I'm there, I'm like that. But I still have insecurities still today. I feel like how much ever you achieve, how many ever shows you win, your insecurities will never die. Like it's, yeah, I mean, even today when I look at the mirror, I'm like, oh no, this is not proper, that's not proper. My arms are not big enough, my legs are not big enough. So insecurities are always there, but the way you carry yourself is so different, because every time you keep, you know, stepping your game up, and that's your goal, right? Even winning shows did not really ramp up my ego the way people said it would. In fact, it made me even more humble to like work harder and work better, because at the end of the day, a trophy, in my books, trophies don't mean shit when you're not humble, your ego is not, you know, down there, and you're not appealing enough. So for me, achievement and, you know, carrying myself better and better is being a better person and not collecting a lot more medals and trophies. Of course, that is the goal, but if you see like a long-term goal, it's just to be a better person, get that stage experience, improve in every aspect of my life, not only bodybuilding. So it goes way deep when you talk about bodybuilding and self-confidence. So yeah. I was in shock when they announced my number. My trunk number was 147. They're like, 147, the first place goes to 147. I'm like, what? Are you for real right now? Like, recheck your judgment, please. Because I'll tell you, my first show wasn't all natural. There were roided women standing next to me, and I was like, there's no way I'm winning this, right? Because it's my first show. I haven't achieved, you know, muscle maturity and even prep maturity. I was super nervous. I looked super flat in my first show, but I think I won because of my posing and my stage presence. When I was on stage, I ate up the stage, okay? I can give you that. I faked it and I made it. It works, tried and tested, but it felt unreal. I froze when they announced my trunk number. I literally froze. They're like, you know, trunk number 147. I'm like, what? Huh? So it felt unreal, and then I'm like, okay, oh my god, maybe this is just my thing. My first show was just like a experiment, honestly, to see if, this is nice, I can pull this off. And it did work out. So yeah, it felt so unreal. I was like, what? So yeah, I didn't expect the win because they were all roided women. And I think that's the show, my first ever show, that I learned that in a bodybuilding competition, muscles aren't everything. It's your stage presence, it's your aura, it's your vibe, it's everything, right? So yeah, unreal. When I look in the mirror, I feel like there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. When I look in the mirror, I see a lot of potential in me. I would be lying if I said, oh yeah, look in the mirror, I feel so nice about my body. I don't. Body dysmorphia is a real thing, but sometimes those insecurities still pop up. Like if you see my stomach, I have insulin marks, I have it on my thighs too. So all of you cannot just ignore all of that, but at the end of the day, I tell myself, hey, you know what? I have insulin marks because I'm diabetic. You can't just ignore it, You have to look past that. And, but yeah, I mean, type 1 diabetes is why I'm here. And my body goes through a lot every day. Being a diabetic is not easy. When I look in the mirror, I do see a confident woman, a strong woman, someone who's independent, someone who's been through a lot, someone who can do a lot. So yeah, that's who I see. At the end of the day, it's confidence that, stands. So yeah, it's confidence and strength. I never thought I'd pick up a sport being a type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 8 years old, when I was still in school. So I never thought I would do sports because in school I never did any sport. Like they would not let me, and I understand where the concern came from. I totally get that, but I think in college that really changed when I started gymming in general for my life and my health in general. So yeah, I mean, I did not only do cardio, where a lot of people were like, oh, you're diabetic, you should only do cardio. That's not what I did. I still did lift weights, and my endocrinologist really supported it. Before, getting into that entire bodybuilding journey, I was scared, like, how will I manage it with diabetes? Because it was my first time doing any kind of sport. So I did have quite some fear, but I think it was fine. My coach really helped me through it. My family helped me through it. So I think it was all fine. I just took one day at a time and one step at a time and didn't rush into things. So that really, really helped. So yeah, I think my long-term goals in bodybuilding definitely has to, advance in every stance right now. Training, nutrition, posing, especially posing. I do have this goal that, every time I see some, posing, some bodybuilder online posing really well, it's like, I want to be this person. I want to pose like her. So I feel like, just taking those minute steps will get me there. But I think my long-term goals for bodybuilding is just not losing hope. Keep doing shows, keep learning. I really, really, really want to gain that experience, because that stage experience is so precious to me, because no other sport will give you that experience. And I think that's where my fire comes from. I really want that experience. Hitting every stage is different. Competing with every athlete is different. Meeting more athletes, seeing more people like me do this sport, that is what drives me, and that's what I absolutely love about the sport, and I really look forward to. Yeah, though that's my long-term goal. I would say in general, consistency leads to muscle growth, right? Consistency in your diet, consistency in your training, consistency in your recovery, consistency in doing anything, right? That is what leads to muscle growth, and over time you will gain strength. So just don't go so hard on it, just be consistent. Again, one day at a time. So that's about it. Yeah, it's just a very simple math to it.